Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Twin
Tuesday. Woo woo. Dr. Johanna.
I'm Dr. Madeline. We're at Atlas Chiropractic Center in St. Pete, Florida.
Yay.
Where it's still warm, so if you are watching us from somewhere cold,
sorry.
I'm sorry. You can come down and visit us at our office. We can keep you warm. So if you're hopping on, enjoying your lunch break with us, drop some emojis down, say hi. If you're watching the replay later, comment replay below, as we love to go back and check all your comments and to answer any questions you might have and all that jazz. So, Dr. Johanna,
I posted a super spooky.
super spooky. So she sent me this crazy picture.
Yeah.
Crazy picture. I think I almost threw my phone out of my hands because it looked insane.
I'll zoom it in. If you guys didn't see the article,
and it is posted on our Facebook page.
It is posted on our Facebook page, so you can go back and look at it. But it was this article that was done over in the UK. It wasn't done here, but I mean, tomatoes, whatever. And basically what it talks about is what your posture will look like is the predicted posture in 20 years from now if you work on a computer. So, and that's because we sit way too much, and when we're sitting working on a computer, we lose all good things about our posture. Because most of us are just not aware on how to change that, and as time progresses throughout the day, your muscles and joints get tired and you start to slouch. So it's a super spooky article because the posture is absolutely crazy. So when you're done watching this Twin Tuesday or done watching the replay, go back and click on the article just so you can see what it looks like. And we'll talk a little bit more about it. I'll let Dr. Madeline say some stuff.
First, I guess, we'll go over some common, effects of poor posture, especially with working at a desk over time, because most of us are doing it anymore. Most of us, it's happening, and we are getting those signs, or we're getting those problems, and we can't just forget about it and be like it's not a thing. But more importantly, what makes people make most of their changes, more than me telling you might get headaches or back pain in the future, is aesthetics and what you'll look like. And again, check out the picture, and this is even somebody else has said before about kids getting horns on the back of their neck from all the texting and stuff. Aesthetics, people care about what they look like. So this is a way to see on the outside what's maybe going on in the inside of your spine, which most of the time we don't think about, we don't care about. If our spine was on the outside, I think we would care a lot more about it and what was going on. But since we can't see it, it's out of sight, out of mind. We don't care.
Right, so we don't care until there is negative, we'll call them negative changes in our posture, and that can be things like your head coming too far forward. Because when your head comes too far forward for a prolonged period of time, what do the ladies get? The ladies get the old lady hump.
Lovely
right?
Lady hump.
Old lady hump. It is Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. I'm so sorry.
Mom brain.
And then, of course, the old dudes get the rounded shoulders, and you get the nursing home posture. Oh, we got Harold watching us right now.
Happy birthday,
Harold!
Woohoo!
We're excited to birthday. And anywho, so as that posture changes, we've had people come in the office and they want to avoid the old lady hump. They want to avoid the nursing home posture. And we're even getting kids that want to improve their posture because they're slouched over because they're spending too much time on technology, that they're losing that self-confidence, which is hard to have as a teenager anyway.
I think another one we see in teenagers too, because they know they're slouched over, is a lot of them have that winged scapula as well. So where that shoulder blade kind of comes off your back a little bit. And again, it's aesthetic. It looks not right. And they know that, and they want to fix it because they want to look awesome. So,
so they fit in.
Yeah, just like the rest. Most people want that. Most people want connection. They want to fit in.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. This is how we can help you with that. And long term, you're going to have way more than some crazy looking scapula on your back.
Yes. So the last part of the article I want to read real quick, because we're going to touch base on why that's important with what we do here in this office, because we are corrective chiropractors. We fix and we can correct the extra structures of your spine, which can avoid this bad posture. But in the article, again, it was done in the UK, it says that about 90% of office workers, so people working at an office, at a computer and a desk, will actually suffer from health issues because of their jobs, and therefore they're performing more poorly at work. So we're just going to use our Mr. Spine Man here, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because, like we said, you're going to give examples of what some poor postures can be, and we'll start at the top and I'll work our way down. As you're working on a computer, your eyes have to get closer to that screen, especially when those muscles get fatigued. So your head comes too far forward. When your head comes forward, it adds abnormal pressure to the neck and to the upper back, and it changes this posture here. So where these nerves go? What kind of symptoms can that cause?
Those nerves go to your head and face, so we see things like headaches, migraines, which is huge, sinus issues,
Yep.
dizziness, TMJ issues, so pain or achiness in my jaw, popping, clicking, grinding, all of that jazz.
Yep.
We just have neck or muscle pain and aches in general, and those will travel to those nerves will travel all the way down to your arms and hands. So numbness, tingling,
Carpal
weakness,
tunnel.
pain. Carpal tunnel is huge, and most of the time you get that little tendon released, and maybe in the year or the next 2 years, it comes back.
Yeah. So I just want to mention that, like, I heard you say some other things that could happen from this stuff that's just not pain related, like sinus problems and numbness and tingling. So when you have bad posture, all the nerves in the body, they control everything in the body, right? But only 10% of them control the actual way that we feel, which is the reason that most people come into the office. The other 90% of these nerves actually control functions of the body.
What?
So that's why when you have pain, you should also be asking yourself, where else do those nerves go? And is there a functional loss or is there a functional change in my body? And a lot of times we won't know the answer to that initially if that is happening. It takes a long time for those symptoms to progress to where you notice them. But if you already have pain in that area, it should be a trigger and a red flag to call your chiropractor, the ones that do correction, that can take x-rays and analyze and view this stuff and fix it, because it's a good way to correct that posture and prevent that kind of stuff from happening.
Well, I just say you can think of like pain or symptoms or whatever, kind of like your fire alarm in your house. And they're the fire, and the fire alarm's going off. It's telling you something's wrong, right?
Right.
And the firefighter goes in, and they, let's say, chop the fire detector off so it stops beeping, and they leave the fire there. You would be like, what the heck? That is insane. Like, you would never do that. But in our body, all the time, we have those warning signs that something's going on, whether it's pain or it's a functional change.
Yep.
And we just don't deal with it, or we push it off and push it off and push it off and push it off until we can't push it off anymore.
Yep.
And then it takes way longer for us to help you guys get changes, and sometimes we can't even get you the full changes we could have gotten you had you been here prior when I first started.
So with that being said, we went over the neck. When the head comes too far forward, it affects the neck and the upper back, and that is what we call forward head posture. It's also what we call a text neck, so it is a diagnosable term. So your child could go to the doctor and get diagnosed with text neck, which is bad posture, and we know how to fix that. In the upper back, if you're spending too much time on the computer, you'll hunch over, right? That nursing home or that old lady posture, that can affect the nerves going in that area, so it could have difficulties breathing. I love this example. What we're gonna do is go ahead and take a breath in right now.
As you're standing nice and tall.
Nice and tall. Now have bad posture, have nursing home posture, have that old lady hump, have that forward head posture. Take a breath in now. Which way did you get more oxygen in? The first way, right? The better posture. There is research done by CBP, which is chiropractic biophysics, and they actually show that there's a link between bad posture and decreased lung capacity, which can ultimately affect the way that you age. So isn't that pretty cool? If you improve your posture, you can breathe better and easier. Low back, which is affected, a lot of people when they are doing that desk work, because they're sitting and all that gravity is compressing down in your spine, can cause low back pain. These nerves in your low back go all the way down to your hips and feet and ankles, so it causes what's that nasty sciatica. Causes sciatica. No one wants that. So getting that fixed can help. And these nerves too, they go to all the organs in the front of your abdomen. So that's things like digestion, Crohn's, diverticulitis, just constipation, diarrhea, painful cycles can all be affected by nerve compression in that area. So poor posture can make you miss days at work because of aches and pains, but also because of possible increase in anxiety because your nervous system isn't firing properly. A loss of function where you could have any of those other functional conditions makes you lose work days because you're not properly moving and your body is degenerating and getting worse quicker.
And the reality is, like, most of us have to go, we're going to work and we're sitting at a computer and we're sitting at a desk and we just have that type of work. It is part of how our society is set up anymore. So there's not really getting any around that. How do we help support you within that so you don't have to end up looking like, can we call her old lady lumps, humps, like the song, like old lady, from
My old lady lumps.
Right, check it out. Anyhow, so you don't have to get fully there. What can we do for you? Because again, that's the reality. You're going in, you have to work, and I just told Dr. Johanna my theory on having a stand-up desk, and I think it's absolutely a great tool or option to make sure your workstation is set up. I think it's a fantastic option to have different scenarios where maybe you sit for part of the day, maybe you're at that standing desk. But if you're at that standing desk all day long, you're just stressing your body in a different way. Like, you're still gonna get tired, your posture's still gonna change, you're still gonna creep closer to that computer by the end of the day, especially if you're there for 40 hours plus a week. And a lot of people are working we think we're working 40 hours, then we go home and we're on our own computers or tablets and on our own cell phones. So that's 40 plus hours a week of being on those things that really are just wrecking havoc over your body.
Absolutely. And really, if you guys are interested in improving your posture, there are some really simplistic things that we can do. And that doesn't include just adjustments. We have great recommendations as far as exercises that are specific to your posture, what you look like, and things you can do outside of these four walls, outside of Atlas Chiropractic Center. Continue to change and improve that. So that's just a little food for thought. And just check yourself, check your posture when you're sitting at your desk, see how you look, see how you feel like your body's functioning. If you're getting any of those conditions, give us a call, because we can definitely evaluate you. We'll do a quick exam and consult, and we'll see what your posture actually looks like, and we'll show it to you, and we'll give you great recommendations based off of that.
And maybe you're an employee who's not at a desk, which doesn't mean that you don't have stress on your spine. I have a couple different patients that come to mind when I think about this, but one person I've seen before, a firefighter, and how much stress is that on your body with all that extra weight with that gear? And they were getting predominantly pain on one side, and we would talk through what their day looked like until we finally got to well, every time I step out of that truck, I always step out on the same side with all my gear down every single time. And I'm like, well, why don't we try to switch the side and change it up? And lo and behold, it made a huge world of difference. So sometimes it's little things happening in your work life that you're just not thinking about because it's such a part of your routine.
Yep. So you gotta definitely check yourself, see what's going on. No matter
you wreck yourself.
Yeah. Check out that spooky article, okay? Because you don't want your posture to look like that if you work at a desk. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. I'm back. And like Dr. Madeline said, even if you have a different type of position where you're not sitting all day, that does not mean necessarily that your posture is okay, because the repetition that we do each and every day are what cause negative posture effects that can cause poor posture, nursing home posture, old lady humpity hump humps,
Old lady lumps.
text neck, all of that good stuff, or bad stuff, however you want to look at it. So we're here to help. We have great recommendations as far as that goes. So just let us know, reach out. Don't forget that it's almost the end of the year.
What?
Holidays are coming up, so remember that if you refer anyone in for a consult and exam, it's just $20 to get checked based on your referral. And if you haven't been in a while and you are a lovely member of Atlas Chiropractic Center, we need to do a re-exam, we'll do that complimentary to get you back under some sort of care to get your spinal system functioning properly during this holiday time.
Take some stress off your body during this extra stressful holiday time, and boost your immune system as we're coming up on the fun cold flu season that everybody's freaking out about. But when you get adjusted regularly or get adjusted, it boosts your immune system every time, so you get sick less often and you get better faster.
And side note, if you're really not sure what your posture looks like and you're a current patient and you work at a workstation, have your friend or your desk mate take a picture of you from the side, at least, and then bring it in and we'll analyze it.
Oh yeah,
and
it'll be a lot of fun.
And we'll give you a score on how your posture looks.
Yeah.
Sound good? Awesome. Well, you guys hang tight, stay healthy over this week, and we will see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Have a great day.
Bye.